So we're going to continue our conversation on the HR 5717. We're going to cover sections 307 through 406. I want to stress to you, I'm summarizing this, okay? This bill is much more extensive, and even though it's a long, boring read, I encourage you to, at the very least, go and turn on the audio and let the internet read it to you, because this bill is so dangerous in so many ways, and you need to know what you're up against to know how to fight it. So, starting at 307, gun-free zones. This section looks to extend gun-free zones by expanding the definition of educational institutions and by adding the term any public parcel to the definition of a gun-free zone. Now here's the problem with that. It sounds harmless, okay? But the danger of adding any public parcel to that, the huge danger of that is, say your city goes in and buys vacant lots all over town. So you live in a place like San Francisco or New York or Chicago, where your gun rights are null and void because, hey, they can take your freedoms any damn time they please, right? So they go in and start buying vacant parcels, or better still, derelict homes such as meth houses and stuff like that. Okay, those become public parcels. So, if a gun-free zone extends to those public parcels, then if you live within that protected range, you're in violation of the law and your firearms can be removed. That's the danger of that. The other thing is, okay, your insurance laws, or your insurance rates for your property insurance can greatly increase because of the presence of these gun-free zones. Because the perception is a gun-free zone is a safer place, but we all know that's not the case. History proves that. So your property insurance companies are going to hike your rates up based on those gun-free zones. Something to consider. Section 401 is the Extreme Risk Protection Order Grant Program. If you don't know what Extreme Risk Protection Orders are, or you don't really understand what they are, I got a video right here that'll tell you all about Extreme Risk Protection Orders. Now what the grant program does is it's going to build a grant program to help law enforcement better militarize for the process of serving Extreme Risk Protection Orders. Now, these extreme risk protection orders, we all know they're unconstitutional. We all know there's been several horrible instances with law enforcement serving these, and the tragedies that have come about because of them are just terrible. 402 creates what's called the Federal Extreme Risk Protection Order. And what that is instead of it just being a local situation, it becomes a federal situation and greatly extends the level of infringement that they can extend towards you, giving them more powers to stomp on your constitutional rights and take your firearms away. Then you have Section 403, which is a federal firearms prohibition. It extends that federal extreme risk protection orders limitations on firearms to federal lands, such as BLM land, reservations, things like that. In other words, if you live on a reservation, whereas right now technically you're protected from extreme risk protection orders because you're covered under reservation law. No longer the case. Somebody can just file an extreme risk protection order and violate the sanctity of the reservation and take your firearms rights, regardless of whether they're supposed to go through tribal law or the FBI. Doesn't matter. You no longer have that protection. It also extends to people covered under the UCMJ. They lose the protections of the UCMJ, which can be problematic if you're serving in the military and you don't want your career destroyed. Section 404 creates an identification database of offenders. Basically, if you've been red flagged, they'll keep a database of you. Not that you've actually committed a crime, because remember, you're not, in case of a red flag order, you're not allowed to face your accuser or be told what crime you committed. You're just told that you're a threat, and the court agrees, and they're taking your rights away. And then the federal government creates a database using that section of this wonderful law, so that everybody in the country knows you're a threat and your rights have been taken away. Awesome. Yeah, federal. Section 405 is just what they call the conforming amendment, and that's just an acknowledgement of the changes ratified in all the previous paragraphs. Then you have the full faith and credit, which basically is an acknowledgement of the extension to federal lands and things like that. There are so many problems with these. This grant program, okay? How do you think they're going to pay for that grant program? They're already affecting your property taxes with that gun-free zone addition there, and the additions to that law. But this grant program, how do you think they're going to pay for that? You're going to pay for that. The government doesn't pay for anything. They steal it from you and they give it to somebody else. That's how government works. Simple as that. So not only are they going to screw your property taxes, or screw your property insurance costs, they're going to extend it's either going to be your property taxes, or there's going to be some tax in your city, or you're going to pay a higher gas price, or they're going to make cigarettes more expensive, or beer more expensive, or you're going to have a license to mow your lawn, or something. They'll do something to make you pay more so that they can pay for these grant programs. It's all bad juju. Any questions, hit me up in the comment section. I'm happy to answer them for you. As always, folks, be decent to each other, because we're all in this together. God bless.